Hey Terry, this is David. I really like your videos quite a lot. I like all of the repair stuff that you show and ham radio stuff and all of the techniques and things that are actually pretty helpful if I decide to fix something myself, or even just last night you had mentioned something about not using a solder sucker because too much heat goes to the pad. It's better to use a solder wick. And wow, I've been soldering since the 70s, but no, I never really noticed that. So, you know, the next time I desolder something, I'll probably just use the wick. Anyway, I really love your videos. I like your little setup, your lab, and your business model and all that. I wanted to share my lab and my lifestyle. So here it goes. First, we'll start with 2 of 3 cats. This is Drake. He's an awesome cat. Over here we have Chloe. She's a handful, but a sweetie. So the cats actually live in my lab. Over here I have an HP 8510. It's a vector network analyzer. So it'll give you S parameters, 2-port S parameters. Those are the 2 ports there. And it goes from 45 megahertz to 26.5 gigahertz. So I'm set up for some RF measurements and design and whatnot. Over here, oh, the lighting's kind of bad. I've got my bottle of wine in my lab. Over here, I've got an 8563. It goes down to 30 hertz, up to 26.5 gigahertz. The noise floor is pretty nice on this. I picked up both of these guys, I think, for $100 each. They're pretty old, but they're still working. They're Fluke 8840A with all of the options. Believe it or not, these don't come with, I think it's the AC voltage, and so that's the option. I think that's what it didn't come with. The other option is GPIP, so if I want to use that, it's there. And they both work. I don't have a standard to measure, but if you connect the outputs together and measure a voltage, they're very close together. I don't know if I made a video, but they have a lot of resolution. So look at all those digits there. You have 5 and then maybe a 1 over here. I forget already. This is kind of interesting. This is a Chinese oscilloscope. Just for the record, I've got real oscilloscopes over here. Analog oscilloscopes. This is definitely a real oscilloscope. It's a 4-channel, 200 megahertz scope. I like it for doing digital things because it can capture a long string of things, or it can capture something that's extremely incidental, which the analog ones would be, it'd be hard, if not impossible, for some of that stuff. I've got some software. I use Altium Designer, which is my main schematic and layout. Over here I have another network analyzer. This one, I believe, starts at 300 kilohertz and goes up to 3 gigahertz. And then I've got some soldering equipment here. And this is kind of new to me. I'm really not of the generation of surface mount, and so I got this thing that shoots out hot air for working with surface mount. And then down here, got a nice little power supply. It's got 3 outputs, 2 independents, and then 5 volt. And the sweet part of my office is the antique furniture. This is a 1900 era kind of a bookshelf, maybe a custom one. And as you can see, I have all my clutter in there. My IC chips, circuit boards, different things that I've worked on. Maybe I was testing or whatever, and I just kind of throw it in here. This is my toolbox. So I just have all my tools and things that I use all the time. I keep it all in there. It's nice and neat. Here's like a 1940s dental cabinet, and what I like about it are all the little compartments and things. These are all RF microwave pads. I put a lot of these things in here. These are really handy, these glass bottles. They're called dram bottles. But if you're working with something and you've got, you want to put your screws in something, like I like to put the screws in it and then I put a label in there and it says what it is. So this is a capacitor or something. And this was something I had taken apart, a tape deck, a Tascam tape deck. So I have the screws there, I don't lose them, I can even put them in these drawers. I keep a lot of my cables here, this is kind of a mess. Things like that. Anyway, moving right along. This is another antique, also from 1900. And it just holds my books, and then my office supplies, things like that. So all the office clutter is kind of nicely placed in there. And over on this side, this is the computer area. So when I'm just doing a lot of computer work, I sit on this side. I have a lot of simulation type stuff for RF, microwave, analog circuits. And I do that over here. Got some printers, filing cabinet, and this is actually a bathroom here, but there's a cat door because it's not my bathroom. It's the cat bathroom. And here's Sketch. He decided to make an appearance. He just came in through the window. I got the window open right there. And he decided he would make an appearance and come here and be part of the video. Yeah. Sketchy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little tour of my lab. It wasn't too boring. And I certainly appreciate all the videos that you put online. I definitely look forward to seeing more of them. Keep up the good work.